Well, thank you very much. Just a few words to connect the first part of the morning with what we're going to do now. We should pay attention to sustainability. During the morning, we have already heard this term several times. Sustainability, a transversal term that has popped up in every presentation. When we talk of sustainability, however, I believe that two aspects should be stressed. First of all, sustainability must be environmental, social, and economic. All three elements are paramount. Italians know that today in our country, social sustainability is playing a very big role next to the other two types. When we talk of environmental sustainability, we talk of animal welfare, CO2 emissions, food, and so on and so forth. I mean, we're talking of a very complex topic. We have a perception of sustainability and a codification of sustainability. What do I mean by this? I mean that take the 2030 Agenda of the United Nations. This has been activated and signed in 2015. All economic and social players must bear the agenda in mind. And talking for Italy, I have to say that the Italian targets of sustainable development according to the 2030 Agenda, for a total of 17 objectives or targets, Italy has an interesting stance as far as 8 of these are concerned. That is, we are improving. In the period 2010-2016, we have improved in some of these fields. In other fields, we're stationary. We have improved in the field of nourishment and sustainable agriculture, point number 2. Then sustainable production and consumption models. We have improved in our fight against climate change, in the field of health, education, etc. What I mean to say is our country has got some weapons. We're not idling, but of course we still have to grow a lot. And to conclude, I would like to say that we should also bear in mind that there are proposals that place sustainable development at the center of our constitution in our country. So you can very well understand the influence that all this can exert. Today, a good and a service which is perceived as sustainable has a higher value. Consumers are fully aware of this. We've heard this at the beginning of the morning as well. But there is another interesting point I would like to mention that has emerged from some studies our foundation has carried out. Namely, a very recent study named Cohesion is Competition. So the point I would like to mention is that the concept of sustainability has exceeded and embodied the concept of ecology. Consumers and citizens view sustainability as something that also includes ecology. And Mr. Panacella has carried out a research in this field that is very clear. I mean, the 3 strengths of sustainability, which are ethics, awareness, say, of climate change, and quality, i.e., today, if a product is produced in a sustainable way, it means that it uses less energy, it has ecological packaging, there is perfect control of the chain, respect to the consumer, so it is made up of many different elements. So this is to say that sustainability is a weapon we have. It is an opportunity. One more opportunity. Of course, it's got its lights and shadows. However, it has a multifaceted, important content, and companies must try to ride this wave. Italian companies hold interesting positions in the respect. I mean, we have already won some challenges and we can further improve. Therefore, considering all what we have heard in the morning, when global changes have been stressed, as well as the need for more transparency, because this is demanded by consumers. Well, I believe that all this gives us an extra thrust to continue on our way. Right, let's now introduce the speakers.